booking your holidays as well, and of course shopping online is what the press release said.
I mean, since the pandemic naman, di ba, we started also using Maya a lot. Di ba? We scan QR, kumbaga naging digital, more towards digital tayo, especially with the contactless, di ba, sa
But you still have to do the whole QR code scanning,
yes.
uploading.
Pero ito yung thing, di ba parang andali gumastos?
Ayun na nga.
Yeah, that's actually
Kahit
my
na yung wallet mo.
That is a problem.
Because it's so easy to spend.
Daming complaint, no?
Self-control.
But the ICT Secretary Henry Aguda says that it's secure and interoperable digital payment solution. So that's good to hear.
Yes, we're moving forward. Okay, what's up with you guys? What do you guys have tonight?
Well, now we got news on, of course, NBA, tuloy-tuloy, and PVL as well. Thank you once again to the big story, ladies, to Sean, Pauline, and to Reg. And as I said, we've got results from 8 NBA games tonight, plus updates on a number of NBA stars sidelined due to injuries.
And we've got the latest from a triple header in the PVL Reinforced Conference.
Busy day today in the PVL. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Namino, the show by Mamoy leads, puts it on. On the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bakunas rejecting Esteban for the
Make no mistake about it, the Detroit Pistons are for real, and they are one, if not the hottest team in the NBA right now, as they just claimed their 10th straight win for the first time since the 2007-08 season. The milestone victory came at the expense of the lowly and depleted Indiana Pacers. Final score here, 127-112. That man right there is a bad man. He's actually one of my favorite players now, 6'10" big man Jalen Duren, taking the spotlight in his return from an ankle injury. Scoring a team-high 31 points on 12 out of 13 shooting, also grabbing 15 big boards, 10 on the defensive end. Dennis Jenkins and Javonte Green added a combined 46 markers. The Pistons' success comes despite the absence of 3 very key players in their last 3 games. Cade Cunningham, due to his hip, as well as Tobias Harris and Ausar Thompson, both because of their ankles as well. Of course, the Pacers have been dealing with their own injury setback story of their season so far. The Pistons climbed to 12 wins and just 2 losses, still the best in the Eastern Conference. The Pacers, meanwhile, crashed to 1-13, the worst in the NBA.
Our defense. That's the most important thing for us. When we commit to the defensive end of the floor, it triggers everything we do offensively. We feel like we're an elite transition basketball team. So when we're getting stops, it gives our guys an opportunity to get out, create early opportunities. Even if it's not, a dunk or a layup initially, it creates a force, and now they're chasing us and we're getting the buckets that we're looking for. He's just continued to dominate, and that's the only way you can say it. The way he's rebounding the ball in traffic, through contact, the way he's creating off the bounce for himself, attacking people, getting to the free throw line, making his free throws. He's just playing a well-rounded game. And to do all that in 28 minutes, too, right? And your first game back, hats off to him and the consistency that he's found and the confidence he has that he can dominate at any time.
The Cleveland Cavaliers lean on another huge game from Donovan Mitchell to get past the Milwaukee Bucks. Spida put up 37 points in the 118-106 victory. Mitchell has now scored at least 35 markers 5 times this season. He's currently 3rd in scoring in the Eastern Conference at 30.4 points per game. Giannis Antetokounmpo is 1st, but he did not reach his 32-point average in this contest. He had to leave with 3 minutes left in the second quarter because of a left groin strain. The Greek Freak had just 14 points, 5 boards, and 4 dimes in 13 minutes of play. Giannis will get an MRI tomorrow. The Cavs have now won 7 straight over the Bucks and hold a season record of 10 victories against 5 setbacks. The Bucks drop to an 8-7 slate.
We just got to withstand for 48 minutes, right? Like it's 48 minutes of complete basketball, withstanding runs, keeping the lead. You know, every time they called the ATO, they scored, adjusting to that in the fourth quarter, making it tough on guys. Obviously, Giannis came out, so understanding we didn't know where the points were going to come from. So being ready for anything, we adjusted on the fly. And then also Naquan Tomlin, dog again, right, big time. You know, so everybody down the line did their thing.
Can you put into perspective what a big deal it is for Naquan Tomlin to come out and do what he has done in consecutive games?
It's just to have the trust of this organization, of your teammates in your second year after playing basketball for 5 years. It's impressive, man. He's doing all the little things for us. He's getting the steal, running the break and transition. You know, he does it all, and that's what we need. We need energy from everybody, and he brings it every night.
All right, you're 10-5 right now. How do you feel about where this team's at?
We could be better, but it's a good place to be. For sure.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Meantime, the Philadelphia 76ers welcome back Paul George with a win over one of his former teams, the Los Angeles Clippers. Philly down 10 early in the fourth, but went on a 14-3 run to pull ahead with 5 minutes to go. It was a close fight down the stretch, but the Sixers eventually held on 110-108. Tyrese Maxey erupting here for 39 big points. 14 coming in a payoff period. PG tallied 9 markers in his season debut. He missed the Sixers' first 12 games after getting left knee surgery this offseason. Philly played without big man Joel Embiid, Adem Bona, and Kelly Oubre, all due to their respective injuries. LA is likewise depleted. They've already been without Kawhi Leonard and Bradley Beal, and they just lost starting forward Derrick Jones Jr. to an MCL sprain in his right knee. Jones will be re-evaluated in 6 weeks. The Sixers now improved to 8-5 on the season, while the Clips fall to 4 wins and 10 losses.
The biggest thing I just kept saying, man, stay with it. Stay with it. They played last night. They played us. Good job, Joe. Good job, fool. They played last night, wanted us to stay with it, and we knew we would wear them down. You know what I'm saying? We kept playing fast. I think the first quarter we played really slow and played to their level. They want to play a slow game. We want to play a fast game, so we got to keep doing that.
Tell me a little bit about your big guys that are coming in, going up against their big team. How did they handle themselves tonight?
They were great. Drum was really good. T.Y. came in. Barlow did a really good job. I think everybody who played tonight really did a good job.
Yeah, we got Paul George back for the first time this season.
Yes.
9 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. What'd you see from PG tonight?
I think he was good. He did a lot of good things for us. What he really helped us with his defense and his spacing. He was able to shoot the ball and score the ball. We can run a couple different actions for him, too.
And Tyrese, obviously, we'd love for you guys not to have to rally back from double figures down, but fifth time you've done it already this season, down double figures, rallying for a win. What does that say about this team?
Tough, resilient. We're going to fight every single night. We said that during media day and during all the preseason that every single night you're going to walk into this building, it's going to be a dogfight. We're not going to lay down, let anybody have nothing.
5 more NBA games for you today. Here's a rundown of the results. The Miami Heat hold off a late rally by the New York Knicks for a 115-113 win. RJ Barrett drains the go-ahead basket to tow the Toronto Raptors past the Charlotte Hornets 110-108. The Minnesota Timberwolves blow out the short-handed Dallas Mavericks 120-96. The league-leading Oklahoma City Thunder roll to a 126-109 victory over the reeling New Orleans Pelicans. And lastly, the Chicago Bulls survive a monster triple-double from Nikola Jokic for a 130-127 dub over the Denver Nuggets. A hectic 3-game schedule in the PVL Reinforced Conference. We've got updates on those games as teams battle for seeding in the quarterfinals. Play-by-play will be right back. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Play-by-Play only here on One News. More NBA news as a couple more stars are dealing with that dreaded muscle strain. The San Antonio Spurs announced that Victor Wembanyama is out indefinitely due to a left calf strain. Wemby underwent an MRI after suffering the injury against the Golden State Warriors over the weekend. The alien has been having an out-of-this-world season so far, though, averaging 26 points, almost 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and a league-leading 3.58 blocks per contest. MVP number so far. San Antonio is off to its best start in a decade at 9-4. Meantime, Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies also has a calf strain of his own, but in his right leg. He will be out of action for at least 2 weeks. Morant played just 6 minutes against the Cleveland Cavaliers last Saturday before exiting due to that injury. Morant is averaging close to 18 points, 3.5 boards, and 7.6 assists per game so far this season. Memphis has lost 4 straight and are currently carrying a 4-10 win-loss slate.
But it's good news for the Los Angeles Lakers as LeBron James finally joins them in practice. That's after he spent the last few days with their G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers. LeBron has missed the season so far because of sciatica in his right side. The Lakers have upgraded the King to questionable on their injury report. And he could make his season debut as early as tomorrow against the Utah Jazz. Once LBJ finally plays, it will mark the start of his record-setting 23rd season in the NBA. Despite LeBron's absence, the Lakers have been doing pretty well this season with 10 wins against 4 losses.
Same revolving door, just repetition, rehabbing. Just trying to get back to where I feel like myself again. It's great to be out here today.
How are you feeling at this point after kind of going full?
I mean, as expected. Obviously, my lungs feel like a newborn baby. That's the most important thing. I got to get my lungs back up to a grown man, and my voice is already gone. 1 day back, barking out calls and assignments and stuff, and getting my voice working again. So, be a lot of tea and rest tonight.
That feels good, though.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be out here with the guys. Missed them.
What would be the deciding factor for you and your team on whether we play tomorrow night?
I mean, we got a long time. I mean, we've been taking literally 1 minute, 1 hour, one step at a time throughout this whole process. So, see how I feel this afternoon, see how I feel tonight. When I wake up in the morning, we probably have a shoot around. So, we just got to see how the body responds over the next 24 hours plus.
From the hardcore, let's go to the Tiger Flex. Here at home, the Zeus Coffee Thunderbelts with a dominant win to close out their campaign in the group stage of the 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. Zeus Coffee showed no mercy against the winless next-led Chameleons 25-13, 25-21, and 25-21. Next-led kept the third set close until 16-all, but AC Minor and Kate Santiago ignited a 4-0 run that effectively shut the door and sealed the sweep. Anna De Beer led the Thunderbelts with 16 points built on 13 attacks, 2 blocks, and a service ace, while Minor poured in 15 markers on a very efficient 72% attack clip. Now with the win, Zeus Coffee reclaims top spot in the standings for now, at least, with 7-1 win-loss record. But their seeding and the quarterfinals will still depend on the results of Farm Fresh and PLDT's respective games on Thursday. Next Led finishes its reinforced campaign at 0-8, the worst in franchise history.
I think now it's kind of like we got the first and second part out of the way, and now it's like I look at it as like the tournament time. So I think it's like a fresh start. Nothing matters up until this point. So I think our our mindset needs to just be taking it one game at a time. So we're all focusing on the quarterfinals, and I think our team is definitely ready. Just how can we execute and how can we be prepared for it? Yeah, I mean, I think every game somebody different is stepping up, and that's what's making our team so successful this season is everyone is stepping up in different moments. So it does help kind of take the load off certain players in certain moments, and that makes our jobs easier when everyone's just doing their role. So I think every game, like I said, it's just different. Like AC really did well tonight, so any given day, it's going to be somebody else.
As for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, they wrapped up their run with a win over the Akari Chargers. Final score 25-23, 21-25, 25-23, and 25-21 in favor of Choco Mucho. Import Marley Smith scored 18 points, including a thunderous cross-court kill that sealed the victory. Royce Tubino turned in a huge all-around performance, dropping a triple-double of 20 markers, 10 digs, and 11 receptions. Choco Mucho tallied just 3 wins against 5 losses for 9th place, just missing the quarterfinals of the reinforced conference. Akari slips to 4-4, currently 7th in the standings. The Chargers have qualified for the quarters, but their seeding is likewise still up in the air.
Team effort to eh. So parang sabi nga ni coach, nating to lose. So nag-enjoy lang kami, then the rest to follow na lang yung ginagawa namin. Basta nag-enjoy lang kami talaga. Siguro yung mga fans talaga nagbibigay din ng boost namin kasi every time na naglalaro yung Choco Mucho, andyan sila para sa amin. So parang give back na lang na gawin namin yung part namin as a player na makapag-perform pa din ng kahit alam namin na nating to lose na tong game na to, para sa kanila to.
And for the last game of the triple header, it's a very pivotal battle before playoff positioning between the Signal Super Spikers and the Cream Line. Cool Smasher. Signal got off to a strong start here and took the first set, 25-23, behind the efforts of Erica Santos. But Cream Line came firing right back to take the second and third sets, with import Courtney Schwan and Lori Bernardo leading the way. The fourth set is currently ongoing. Super Spikers are aiming for the 5th win to improve their seeding in the quarterfinals, while the Cool Smashers are looking to stay on track for the top 2. Coming up, American filmmaker and Knicks diehard Spike Lee makes a special delivery at the Vatican. Find out why the Knicks superfan gave Pope Leo XIV his own personalized jersey when play-by-play returns only here on One News.
You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Welcome back. 4 games in the UAAP Season 88 men's and women's basketball tournaments on tap tomorrow as the race to the playoffs heats up. Ladies first, the Adamson Lady Falcons and De La Salle Lady Archers start things off at 11:30 a.m. Both teams are fighting for a spot in the Final Four. Next, their men's teams hit the floor at 1:30 p.m. in what is also a crucial face-off. Then it's the Battle of Katipunan between the struggling Ateneo Blue Eagles and the red-hot UP Fighting Maroons at 4:30 p.m. Ateneo looking to climb the standings against a UP team already in the Final Four, but eyeing that all-important twice-to-beat at edge. The women's edition of the storied rivalry closes out the game day at 7 p.m. All games will be at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City, but you can also catch them live on One Sports, the UAAP Varsity channel, and the Pilipinas Live app. The Ateneo men's swimming team capped off another dominant campaign by winning their 10th straight UAAP title. The team joined starting lineup to talk about motivations prior to the season and takeaways after it. Watch this.
It's more of, like ko sinasabi, like every year we have different challenges. And this year, we just don't want to be overconfident because, as you know, we won the championship last year. We retained naman our core, and then we have good rookies coming in. So we were confident that, we would perform and, probably win. But ang iniingatan lang namin was not to be overconfident. So, yun lang, the same discipline, same, grit, and everyday practice.
Learning from our coaches, syempre learning from the people who came before us. Yun nakita namin eh. So may idea na kami kung paano magbuo ng gantong culture, kung paano mag-push ng mga swimmers, teammates, ganyan. So I think nagawa namin through the people who came before us na natutunan namin.
And now that you have the 10, are you now looking forward to that 12?
The same question na tinatanong na sa amin ng Ateneo Athletics Office, diba? So what are we looking at? Diba? Parang dati, you would look, let's go from 6 or 7, 9. Ngayon, parang anong next natin? 15, 20. Parang wag naman. Parang, we'll still take it 1 year at a time. To say na we had a perfect season is, hindi rin naman perfect season siya. There's a lot of improvements pa rin naman to be made. I think if there's one thing lang naman na, na natutunan ko is to look at it one season at a time. Kasi every season naman has its own really challenges.
All NBA lineup for you again in tonight's highlight reel. Let's start with the Red Hot Pistons against the struggling Pacers. The lob to Jalen Duren. As I said, Duren with that pick and roll from Dennis Jenkins, who had a solid game too, by the way, in this one, starting for Cade Cunningham at the point. Duren, one of my, if not my favorite players so far. So good for the Pistons. Look at the motor, the build of this man, unreal. Whew, high up there. 6'10", that agile. By the way, Jenkins, 26 points, 8 assists, stepping up with the absence of Cade Cunningham. Duren dominating this game, 31 points, 15 boards, as Duren leading the way for the Pistons, 127-112 over the depleted Indiana Pacers. Let's go to the next game. Milwaukee against Cleveland. Trent, stolen away here by Craig Porter Jr. Skies all the way for the slam against Ryan Rollins. Good steal. Rollins tried to catch up, but Craig Porter says, I'm way ahead of you. Skying high for that flush. On the other end, Porter chipping in 11 points, 2 steals to help the Cavs take down the Bucks. 118-106. Get well to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just played 30 minutes in this one because of an injury. Up next, Hornets against the Raptors. In Toronto, Brandon Ingram, watch your head. Kalkbrenner posterizing Kalkbrenner here. Welcome to the NBA moment. You want me to welcome to the NBA moment, that's Kalkbrenner? Here's another one from Brandon Ingram. Woo, that rack attack posterizing the rookie big man for the Hornets. Ingram posting a game-high 27 points, 6 boards, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Big all-around game for BI. Finally, from the same game, we got 2 clutch blocks here. First, this one from behind. And guess sino na block? Si Kalkbrenner. Ingram says, not only on the offensive end do I have your number, boy, on the defensive end too. That's block one, big block. 10 seconds left in the fourth. And then the other block. Bridges missing that one. Tip in by Colin Sexton, blocked by Scotty Barnes. Same spot, different men involved, but same result for the Raptors. A for effort for the Raps, holding on to that, preserves the win. Barnes and T-Dot 110-108 at home. Toronto fans really cheering out loud for the effort on both ends of the floor for the Raptors here. Barnes, by the way, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and that's one of his 2 blocks.
And before we go, the New York Knicks solidify their connection with the current head of the Catholic Church, Pope Leo XIV. Critically acclaimed film director and avid Knicks fan Spike Lee made this happen by giving the Pope a customized Knicks jersey. Lee followed it up with another post featuring a photoshopped picture of the Pope standing alongside Knicks stars Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges. Pope Leo also went to Villanova just like the Knicks trio. Pope Leo XIV is a sports fan, though he tends to root for teams from his hometown, Chicago. But he does root for Villanova in the US NCAA.
Villanova next for you there. And they have the blessing.
Anyone who's ever seen a Knicks game in the past 2 decades has seen Spike Lee.
I've been a fan since John Starks, Anthony Mason, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, those guys. Tas naging Melo. Wala, puro heartbreak.
Always Spike Lee, courtside. Can't miss him.
Ginanon
Die
niya
hard. Super hardcore Knicks fan. But yes, again, Spike Lee, acclaimed director.
Yes.
Malcolm X.
Yes.
He got
Jordan
game.
commercials. Yes.
He loves working with Denzel Washington.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, pinapasa na ulit niya yung love for sports kay come to the Knicks.
Hindi, pero Villanova kasi lahat sila.
Villanova.
So at
So,
least
may
they have
connection.
the Pope's blessing. So mahirapan matalo tong Knicks eventually. Sana they go all the way. Last year, of course, a heartbreak, losing to the Eastern Conference Finals to Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers. Hopefully, it will be different this time around. And that's all from us tonight, mga kapatid. Catch us again tomorrow, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao. Thank you for watching, mga kapatid. Good night.